Hey guys, welcome back to the damn podcast where we're in Ohio and it's snowy. Snowy. Is that them FBI's, them Alphabet Boys? Who that dumb's there? Who that there? That's some New Yorker plates. I'm gonna have to run that back, see if that's a triple digit number. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you here? Wasting your time again? Doing silly stuff again? Are you working on something? You got a good project you working on? Yeah? You had some decisions you had to make. You had some music that you was listening to on repeat. You had a good night. You went out, got some entertainment. Now you're just taking a breath. Are you scrolling? Listen to some comedians or some motivational speakers, and now you're here. So, what am I doing? Long format content. So you can just sit back and relax. I'm rearranging. That carpet's got to go. It's 2024. I don't know what comes along with the carpet. The hair, it's got to go. The bed, rearranged. Everything, we got to get it going. 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 So, I put the camera on for multiple reasons. Because there's a lot that I could do, but I choose not to pursue it in an effort to be able to track some of my progress. What does that mean? That means that I'm not just doing and thinking after. It's just the opposite. I'm thinking first, and then I'm doing. And you are the same way, but just not for everything. And for the part that matters regarding what I'm talking about, it's in an effort to find alignment. So when I sit here and I see myself and I look at myself and it looks like I'm struggling on the outside, but on the inside, internally, I feel great. You could see my reflection in my clothes, my new flexibility, everything. I'm good. I'm turning on the camera to video record and to talk and to be here with you. I'm rocking my stuff, listening to my music. I'm making changes in my life. I got stuff going. I'm going to be shaving this off. I feel good and confident enough. My self-esteem is going to allow me to pivot and grow and continue to expand. And I'm doing long format content. So this way you can see what I was doing and my struggle. Because you may or may not have a struggle. And when you're going through it, it'll be maybe entertaining or not as entertaining. So I guess that's where part of the whole point of why I'm here for you. I guess this should at some point be entertaining. Go figure. Don't ask me about it. I don't fancy myself much of an entertainer per se. But I just like to be real and keep it OG. So, I have a lot of projects here on my desk. And in fact, I have a little basket of memory cards and memory flash drives and all types of experiences and music and pictures. I mean, I can go through this. But, another one, two more. Another. There's no card in that one. Yep, there is another. Another, another, two more. So, and anyway, there's a bunch more. So, and I'm not trying to be obnoxious. I'm just trying to say there's a lot of information that I want to get out there to you guys, or that I've taken as content over the time, over the years, and there's also the stuff that I have on the computer, on my Google storage and my iPhone and whatnot. So I guess one day you'll come across this video, and there should be maybe a lesson, right? There usually is. It's what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you watching? What are you listening to? What? Because that's what you're thinking. That's exactly what you're thinking. I woke up this morning singing Linkin Park. Because what did I do all day yesterday? I listened to music, and I was jamming to my favorite band, Linkin Park. And I was reflecting about how I used to listen to them back in high school, and that carried over into some of the relationships that I knew, and some of my offspring listened to the Linkin Park, and I was just thinking about it. And I woke up this morning, I'm sitting here singing one of the songs, you know. But I realized that, and I listened to myself, and I observed myself doing that, and I got a chuckle out of it because I know why I was doing that. And sure enough, I was disturbed. My morning sleep was disturbed, but I'm happy that it was, because I was gifted with granted a light. Management had to take care of replacing a light, and I wrote the request a while back, and apparently they had been trying to get a hold of me, and knock, 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 nice and early, and it's still pretty early enough. 9:51. It's really late, actually. I'd say the day's almost over. So I got to work on getting out of the house, but I'm glad, I'm grateful that I moved the bed at least, because I want to get the carpet out of there. And since I moved the bed, I ended up moving the mirror. Nope, I ended up moving the nightstand. You can't see it right now, but I ended up moving the nightstand over here. And then next, I'm gonna take my mirror down and my little collector things and put that here on the bed. I'm gonna move the big dresser over and move that the bookcase on over, and then lift the carpet. And then I'll put my yoga and exercise stuff over there in that corner. I'll probably put my dresser over there on that side, and then my bookshelf over here. Actually, I'll probably put my bookshelf on the side over here. Yep. Why? Well, because of what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is that I want change. What I'm thinking is that I want to be able to grant myself the opportunity to see difference. You can't see it. It's in the bottom of this corner here. That's my calendar right there. If it even cuts off on the screen, I don't know. And my calendar, it's in February still, but I was just marking off some days. I have a vacation coming up. I think I marked off 17 days, maybe 20. I'm 40. I'm not going to always get into my age. I don't really keep track of my age, but I have a lot going on in my life. A lot that would be resolved if that was the avenue that was putting, that I was in alignment. But I feel like I'm in a better alignment here right now, and the gift, or the gratitude that I'm able to express, is that in just a few more days I'm going to be able to take some time off and relax, and maybe transform into a whole different person. But that's not going to happen in one day, in some near time in the future, overnight. Even though there might be a shift or an occurrence that happens at some time, and it would feel like it's an overnight transformation, it's all changing now. The decisions, the actions that we take, the way that we breathe, the way that we sit, the way that we change and transform in our lives it's all a transference of what we're willing to accept into our life. And when we accept gracefully, we can be put into better alignment for highest and best good of all. And that's where I like to try to operate at and try to be from. So I'm grateful to get my area tightened up, to clean up my mess, to double down on my work, to hopefully get out of the house soon, to maybe go to the museum, to get rid of this carpet, to give myself a nice new haircut. I'm just trying to consider if I should just buzz it myself or if I should go pay somebody to give me a low fade or something like that. I don't know. Because usually I try not to be too stankin' handsome. But I can see that I'm pretty ugly lately. I'm just tired. But I get some sleep and not enough sleep. But look, it's like... But this is good. I mean, this is not good in a good way, but good in a bad way. But like good in a bad in a good way. It's like, you might look at me and might think, oh man, that guy's got it perfect. He's got a perfect life and this and that. I've never seen him this or that, blah, blah, blah. There's like the pictures you see of the supermodels without the makeup. It's still me, man. It's still me. I'm still a boss. I still got all my projects here. And, you know, usually I guess I feel like I was about to wrap it up and say, okay, goodbye. You know, we're at 11 minutes. 10 minutes is usually my thing. I mean, that's the long format videos. But we're going to go ahead and stretch beyond that. What would I have done, right? I would have closed the video. All right, bye, y'all. See y'all. Peace, love, and all that other stuff. All right. And then I would have came over here. And then I probably would have just been like, oh, that was good. I would have had to shut this down. I'm going to just like keep that. Because this is how I got it set up now. So I can leave, see, I got my stuff over here. So what are you thinking? Balance, equilibrium, patience. Look, I can move again. I can get out of the bed again. That's why I want to give myself options to how I want to get out of the bed. Because I had my back surgery. And now I feel better. Now I can move a little bit more. Now I can stretch a little bit more. Only a little bit. Only a little bit more. Ooh, that hurts. Ooh, that's painful. Let me try to sit up. But it's all I can do until I can get up and get out of the house. But I'm grateful to be able to move. But if I want to be able to be grateful in the future to be able to get out of both sides of the bed, I got to be able to move my beds. So this way I can get out of either side of the bed. Small changes over time. Not just one huge change overnight. Not just one change. So what small changes occurred over what time or how? And it's exactly the thought that I was having right here. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? This is a new one. An old goodie, but a new one. This too shall pass. That's right. This too shall pass. Before you move stuff, check and look and see, make sure that you're not going to cause a bigger mess. Align it so this way nothing's going to fall and nothing's going to drop when you move your stuff. Try not to cover things up and try not to put things on the edge. This is going to have to go farther than I thought it was going to have to go. So I have to change the angle. Know where you want to go first before you start moving. It just makes things easier. Now, like I was just saying, know where you want to go first before you start moving things. It makes it easier. You should really have an idea of the whole process of what the entire outcome should look like before you start making any changes. So yes, I did kind of think about it. It's not even that I kind of thought about it. I actually even sketched it out earlier this morning when the maintenance man came to change my light in the bathroom. I'll show you guys real quick. It's really bright now. But he came over and changed the light in the bathroom. How bright is that? Look, and that's when I realized this morning. I was like, man, I still look sleepy. I still look tired. And I asked myself, I said, self, what are we going to do? Well, I said, well, I can get myself a haircut, nice and tight, and not worry about this going all these funky directions anymore. Because, you know, this right here, I don't know what's going on. It looks all funky. Looks like I just got out of the bed. My face is all dry.